All right, it is time to go through my basket of empties. This looks like it's not very full. That's because there's already stuff laid out all over my vanity because I started filming this and there was no audio. Luckily, I realized it, so we're getting started again, which means I just get to tell you all my thoughts about some of these twice, even though you're only gonna see them once. I have downgraded or shrunken, I guess, my basket. I used to have a big basket for my empties, and I have downgraded that partially to keep these videos a little bit shorter. While I love empties videos because I think that they're a great way to know someone's like long-term thoughts on a product, but I like to have an occasional shorter video in my in my repertoire here on YouTube, and those ones don't come very frequently. Let's face it, I'm not short-winded. I try to be concise, but sometimes I just have a lot to say. And so I thought that this could be the video that gets a little bit shorter, and the reason that would be is because there's less to go through, but also because I just want to be less of a trash goblin, let's be honest. And so usually by the time I have a basket even this size full, I'm just ready to like let things go to recycling or trash or wherever that might be. So let's go ahead and dive in. But if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist. And here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. We're going to talk about a little bit of hair care first. I have two of these. They are the same. In all honesty, I have about 2 or 3 applications of this left, but I don't want to have to like hoard this big liter bottle for the next however many months it takes me to fill this basket up again. So here we are with the Paul Mitchell Tea Tree Special Shampoo. I love this one. I noticed that this liter is dripping everywhere, so I'm going to set that down. I love this. It is such an invigorating cleanser. It's really great if you have dry or itchy scalp. And I personally use it because I love that, like, just that feeling that you get from the tingle factor that tea tree is known for. And I have 2 here because I think one of these was in my shower, one of them was in Jeremy's. He loves to use it too. I think I might have stolen the small one from him at some point and never gave it back. I don't even know, but I have 2 in my empties, so here we are. I will say, while I love using this shampoo when my hair just feels like a little extra dirty, or when my scalp maybe feels like it just needs an extra cleanse, or if it is feeling itchy, you know, as someone who washes their hair every like 5 to 8 days, sometimes just that product buildup or whatever it might be, it just, I just need that refresh. Tea tree is great for that. I also really love the Tea Tree Special Color Care Shampoo, which still has that great tingle factor. It just also has rooibos tea extract, which helps preserve your color. So that will be the next one I grab once this liter is done. So that's going to be that. I also like the fact that the smell of that one, while it still has that eucalyptus and mint, it just, that tea kind of mellows it out. So if you tried the Tea Tree shampoo and you're like, I just wish it was like a little less whoa, you might like that one. So I love these. I will continue to use these forever. I just love the clean feeling, the like invigorating wake up scent, and you know, just all of the benefits that tea tree oil has. Also, as someone who suffers from seborrheic dermatitis, this shampoo is lacking in some of the ingredients that can tend to feed that fungus. So it is good to avoid some of those things. Okay. At any rate, I'm going to move on from that one. Also, I do have the Tea Tree Lemon Sage Thickening Blowout Gel in here. I love this. I think I talked about this in a recent favorites, and I did finish up the tube. I love the fact that this gel is great for when I want to blow dry my hair and get some nice movement in body. If I want to use it to leave my hair wavy, and I usually just air dry my hair, then it doesn't get super crunchy. Oftentimes gel has this like negative connotation of being like heavy, super crispy, crunchy. Like, while I want a little bit of a cast to my curl, I don't want it to be like I just scrunched God knows how much gel into my like 80s perm. That's not the vibe we're going for. And this does not give me that. I love the scent. Oh, this, if you have not smelled any of the lemon sage products from Paul Mitchell, please do. They are so gorgeous. Also, when I went to run into the shower to grab that almost empty liter, I have a product in my shower right now that they sent me a sample of it to test out. I can't talk about it yet. It's coming out very soon though, very soon, and I love it. Definitely a new favorite of mine. I'm sure I'll be talking about it as soon as I can, so stay tuned for that. I just saw it in there. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait till I can talk about this one. For those of you that didn't know, by the way, I work for John Paul Mitchell Systems as a national trainer. That is another job outside of owning my salon. This portion, they're not sponsored. They probably don't even know that I talk about some of the products in these videos with all of you. They're the products that I choose to use on myself, the ones that I sell at my salon, and what I love sharing with you here when there's something that I just can't get enough of, like this. All right, so moving into some other body care. Actually, what I'm gonna do right now, before I do that, I'm gonna go run this back into into the shower because it's dripping down the side of the bottle and it's getting to be a hot mess. Be right back. Okay, I just didn't feel the need to have like gunk everywhere on my vanity. It gets dirty enough on its own. I don't need to help that along at all. Okay, so some body care. So let's talk about the Lumi Acidified Body Wash. This is the toasted coconut scent. Honestly, y'all, this is just like, was it bad? No. Was it anything spectacular? No. They claim that this helps remove body odor better than regular soap by using mandelic acid to pH balance the skin. I mean, it was fine. The body wash was fine. I did like the toasted coconut scent. However, at some point it just got, I loved it at first and now I'm just like, I don't know. It's just, especially, it's like humid and hot here today. This scent is a little bit like rich. I don't know. This just was like, meh. They also say that this is gynecologist developed, so safe for all your parts. I just, for the price that this is, I wouldn't get another one. It was okay. Did I find that it like controlled odor better than just like cleansing yourself generally? No. Also, I'm the girl, this took me a long time to get through. I'm the girl who always has like 2 or 3 body washes going at a time because it depends on my scent vibes for that day, how I'm feeling, if I know what fragrance I'm gonna be wearing, is there something that would go well with it? So it took me a long time to go through, and I know that in the winter time, I like to use something that's more hydrating on my skin. This was not, it didn't dry me out, but it certainly didn't like nourish the skin at all. And as a 43-year-old woman, y'all, I could use whatever I can get in that department, especially since I am super lazy and hate like slathering moisturizer on myself. So something that I can just like get a little extra dose of hydration from in the shower is great. That isn't it. So I probably wouldn't repurchase that. Okay. Other things, so our teeth are part of our body. So I have the Himalaya Botanique Complete Care Toothpaste. I've gone through tubes and tubes of this. Look how well I did with this one. Jeremy also uses this. He likes the mint and I use the cinnamon. I found out about this from Alicia Budget Beauty long time ago. And she just said she really liked it. I love the texture that this has. It just feels very refreshing in your mouth. Love it. The only thing is Jeremy and I have both noticed that our current tubes, and I don't know if it's because we're both standing them up, the minute you open it, some starts coming out the bottom and it's a little bit runnier than usual. So it's been kind of making a mess. So I'm trying to just keep the tube on its side on my counter. But other than that, I really like this. I get mine on Amazon. If you want to give it a try, I will link it down below. Okay. What else? I see many, many things of Native here. So okay, so there is one of these that is just very, very close to being done and not quite done. And that one, I just wanted to show it now so that I can throw it away for later. So I am the type of person where I like to have a deodorant either in the bathroom or the bedroom, wherever I tend to get ready, which is usually in the bedroom. I like to keep one in here for those of you that, well, most of you wouldn't know, but like this is where, in this room is where like my closet, all my clothes are. And so if I happen to come in here in the morning, this is going to be where I'm applying deodorant before I get dressed. And so I like to have a deodorant in here. I also have a deodorant in my travel bag because I keep things, like I keep toiletries and everything in a travel bag to have at all times if I'm going on a work trip or whatever. It's just less time for me to have to like pack, you know, body lotion, and not that I ever really use body lotion, as we just mentioned, like body soap, all the things, toothpaste, toothbrush, whatever. I just have it all ready to go. So deodorants. I have 2 of the Fresh Mistletoe scent. This is still my favorite. Every time around the holidays, I just always hope that they bring it back. This has such a lovely scent. It's a little wintry, like I don't want to say Christmassy. It does smell, it smells foresty, but not like you have a Christmas tree under your arms. It's like clean, a little, it's like fresh. I want to say woodsy, but it's not like, I don't know how to explain it. It's great. Try it if you like a woodsy, fresh scent. It's not too sweet. It's not too strong. It goes really well with a lot of my fragrances. And that's honestly why I also usually have like 2 or 3 scents open at a time, because there are certain ones that I wouldn't want to wear with other things. Like this one, the Toasted Vanilla and Honey. This is the one that's not quite done yet. This one's taking me a little bit longer to go through, especially now this time of year, because this Toasted Vanilla and Honey, it just has a sweeter scent to it, and it's a little bit more gourmand. I would reach for this more in cooler temperatures, because this is totally gonna like play off of the fragrance that I wear, or like play against it, you know? Like if I'm wearing something fresh, clean, floral in the summertime, this is gonna be like the opposite of that, and it's too sweet for me to want to use in high heat. The one that I wouldn't have bought if I didn't get to smell it in store is this Apple Butter and Strudel, because I thought this was going to be like having like an apple pie underneath your arm, you know, like cinnamon, sweet, sticky armpits. Not sticky armpits, you know what I mean? But it's not. It is a little bit, has a little bit of spice to it, but it's more just like fresh apple. I loved this. I would get this one again over the Toasted Vanilla and Honey, which is kind of interesting. Another one that I absolutely love is this Desert Grass and Sandalwood. I think this was another limited edition one. Very fresh, works with anything. Like, I have a really hard time. I don't think that there's any native, like, permanent scent, like one that's in their rotation all the time, that I'm just like, yes, that's the one for me. So I'm always trying the limited edition ones. So I'm always like, buying a few backups or trying to get them when they relaunch, things like that. But Native is still my favorite deodorant. Like, I just love it. It works for me all day. As a hairdresser, especially if I'm like shampooing somebody, y'all, like my situation is all up in someone's business. So I have to have something that I feel confident about, and Native is it for me. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. We do have some skincare. I'm going to talk about one product that I didn't use up, and that's because it went bad. Again, I had another holy frog. Someone tell me in the comments, how do you pronounce this? This is the Superior Omega Gel Wash. The other one I had was like a pink one or a purple one. Got both of them in Beautylish Lucky Bags. And I remember with the other one thinking like, is this the way that this smells, or has it gone off? And I just didn't love it. I didn't feel like it was a great cleanser, and the smell just got to me. I'm sure that that one, I hadn't used it up when I pitched it out. This one absolutely changed scent over time, and it started making my face feel weird, like itchy. I tell you what, this is not inexpensive at all. And if it's one of those things that just goes off really quickly, I would just never recommend it. There are a lot of great cleansers out there that you can save your money on and that don't smell bad. Like this, I couldn't do it. So that one's going to be leaving. All right, another product that I don't see myself purchasing is the Kate Somerville Exfoliate Glow. Got this in a beauty box. Maybe it was like Trend Mood, something like that. So with this one, I liked the texture of it. It was almost like a gel moisturizer. I really liked the scent. However, it's so strongly citrus scented. I know that it has like some citric something or other in it, fragrance, which can be irritating to the skin. And on top of that, this is an AHA product. So you have something that's already going to make your skin a little bit sensitive. And then you're adding in either fragrance that smells like citrus or citrus oil or something like that, like an extract. This is a no for me. I actually had this for so long that I was like, I don't know if this is even going to be like super effective anymore. But when I put it on, I could feel that like tingle from the acids. So definitely not for sensitive skin. And it's like, I love the smell of it, but I know that that's not great for me. And the texture of this would be something that I'd want to use during the day. And I don't put actives like AHAs on my skin in the morning. So it just was like, this is when I want to use at night. So it just isn't for me, and that's fine. One that is for me, and I will definitely be repurchasing, is the Puking Yule Calming Moisture Barrier Cream. I think I bought a 2-pack of these, so I have another one. Love this. I've talked about this before. It was sent to me moons, many, many moons ago in PR, and I've repurchased it. I've recommended it. This to me is very similar to the Kiehl's face cream, the Ultra Facial Cream, something like that. That light, almost like gel cream consistency, but very hydrating, simple. So in the future, I could definitely see myself still just using this over the Kiehl's. So this is the one that I would recommend. Really enjoy it. If you're looking for a good moisturizer, again, I'll have it linked down in the description box. All right, what else is here? I think that's kind of it for like skincare. Oh, no, this one, a little sample that I got probably from Ulta, I think, the Amore Pacific Treatment Enzyme Peel. This is like one of those little cleansing powders similar to like the Dermalogica microfoliant that I love. I actually really like this. It had this very luxurious foam to it. I don't know that my skin felt quite as polished as it does with the Dermalogica. I will say I like this better than the pineapple one from Good Molecules. I also haven't checked the price on this, but if it was on sale, it was a decent price, I would consider getting one. I do have a Dermalogica right now, so I don't need to. I think I actually have the pineapple peel in my shower too right now, so I won't be needing one, but I'll be keeping an eye out for sales on this and look into this a little bit further. I just wanted to share that because I was very impressed with that. You know, sometimes with samples, that was the other thing. It was nice because it was just like a little bubble pack and it had enough in there for at least 2 times of use. I think I actually used it 3 times. And that's what I need to be able to like really know if I'm even going to enjoy something, you know? So I appreciated getting to try this out. All right, a couple more skincare things to talk about. I have talked about this one before. I'm not going to stick on it. Definitely one of my top 2 favorite vitamin C serums. This one's from Paula's Choice. This is the 25% vitamin C and glutathione serum. I love the consistency of this one. It's sort of like a gel cream, so it goes on the skin really easily. Beautiful, lasts a long time, honestly. Like, it's that airtight packaging, which I really appreciate when we're talking about something like vitamin C. And I just kept feeling like, oh, today's gonna be the day. Today's gonna be the day. That was like a month ago, and I finally just used it up this last week. So, lasted me a long time. Another product that I absolutely love, and I'm so sad that it's just getting harder and harder to get like actual original formulas of K&J Beauty sunscreens, the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. I was rushing to try to finish this one before it expired. This was a go-to for me in the summertime, and I don't have any backups right now. I have a lot of sunscreens to use, so I'm certainly not hurting for anything, but this is still one of my favorites. I also have this Good Molecules Rosewater Daily Cleansing Gel. This I also got in a BoxyCharm, not a BoxyCharm, a Lucky Bag from Beautylish. This is okay. It's just an okay cleanser. Wasn't bad, wasn't great. You definitely need a double cleanse with this. I had it in my shower as more of like a refresh cleanser, like just gentle, kind of like starting my day off. Not a by the sink at nighttime to get all of my makeup off. It's okay. But what I just noticed is I do like that this is glass and I can open this up. Right now I have a Kiehl's facial cleanser, like the Big Daddy tube, and that is doing this really annoying thing where it, every time I open the tube, it like splooges out. So I might actually dump all of that into this so that I can just use this pump mechanism because I think I'm gonna enjoy that. Let's get into some products that aren't empty, but that I'm just like getting rid of. I think when I did my last foundation declutter, I talked about a few things that I was like, you know what, I really need to use each of these once or twice to see how I feel about them. Or some of them I was like, these probably just need to go because they don't look that cute. So these are the things that we're going to talk about. So foundations, the Gucci Fluide de Beauté. This is old. It's getting separated. I liked it. I just have things that I like better. Same goes for this Nars Natural Radiant Longwear. Again, this has been around for a little while now. I actually got this in a mystery box that I bought, and the color was pretty decent for me. I actually think that I liked the color of this one so much that I felt confident in getting my light reflecting foundation from Nars. I prefer that one much more over this, so I just know that I won't reach for this, so there's no point in keeping it, and it's probably time to let it go anyway. Same goes with the Light Illusion foundation from Flower. I don't think they make this anymore. I loved this. If they do still make it, it's a great one. Mine is pretty old. Again, same with the concealer. I'd had a backup in my collection for quite a while, and I was like, I opened it up and I was like, nah, because it was unopened. And when I pulled it out and played with it, I was like, I also think, you know, my under eye skin, which is where I'm usually putting concealer on anymore, has just changed so much in the last 5 years. Woo. That I really have to be careful with what I wear. And so that just wasn't for me. Another product that went bad, my Merit lip oil in taupe. Smells like old crayons now. Totally went bad. That's a bummer. Loved the color of that. Wasn't a super hydrating lip oil though, but a very effortless lip product to put on, which sometimes can be appreciated. Got rid of this, the Cali Ray Surf Proof Setting Spray. I talked about how the sprayer sucks on this little mini, and I felt like the actual product was a little sticky on my face. So just finally getting rid of that. Tried it again and I was like, nah, I just can't get down with that. Another foundation product, the Perfect Cover BB Cream from Misha. This one was in my collection for a long time. Tried it on. It's very high coverage and I just didn't feel like messing with it. Like a lot of times I would be using something like that to mix with a moisturizer, but the color wasn't exactly right. I was like, no, it's just time to go. Like I said, some of those obviously are not empties by any means, but I am getting rid of them and I wanted to share that with you. One that I did finally empty out, woohoo, is my MAC Studio Water Weight. This was in my Project Use Up for last year. I did finally use it up. With the help of a green color corrector. I actually started out mixing this with the Lisa Eldridge Skin Tint because the olive shade was like perfection, but as I started getting a little bit of sun, it just wasn't dark enough, and so I have been using it with green color corrector. If you want to know more about that, I do have a video here on my channel using Green Adjuster's green color correctors, so you can kind of see like why you would use them, how you would use them. You can see the two that I use, all of that. I'll have that video linked down below. Definitely came in clutch in using this product up. Love this product. The MAC selection of shades is missing a lot. I would consider getting this again, but I am trying to go through pretty much everything that I have. I almost picked this one up because during the last 20% off sale that Ulta was having, this was also on sale because it would have been like deals on deals on deals. I resisted though because I have enough to get through. I only have one face, y'all. All right, another product that I went through, which it takes a while. It takes a while to go through one of these. I already bought a replacement, a bigger replacement. Bioderma, I'm telling you, I just can't find a micellar water that I enjoy as much. If you have one that's like around the same price or less expensive, let me know. I've tried less expensive, I've tried more expensive. This is the one that I go back to. I do enjoy the pump top, although it does make a mess if you're not using a cotton round, which usually I'm using a Q-tip. I might go back to the like regular tip next time or the regular cap. I'm not sure. Regardless, it's going to take me a while to go through that one, but it's still a love. But if you have one that you love and I could save some coins, like let me know down below. All right, the Glam Glue Glitter Primer from Glam Shop. This one is just so old and gooky. It was just time. It's like 75% gone, and I actually don't think I could get much else out of this because it's just, And the fact that I haven't ordered from Glam Shop in a very long time just means that it's time to let that one go. Let's talk about some lip products that I used up, one that I love and one that I think is overrated. Let's start with the overrated, shall we? The Fresh Sugar Balms. This is the advanced therapy option. This is, I think, one of the little minis. Let me tell you, you guys, like, first of all, we all know that the little minis suck because they're so delicate that they break all the time. I think this must have come in something because I certainly wouldn't have bought it. So when I get them, I enjoy them. They're okay. I think they're overpriced, and the little minis are a pain in the butt just because they break. Now this product, I think that they are rebranding this, so I think it's now just the Pillow Balm, but these used to be Hangover Pillow Balm from Too Faced. However, I can't find this shade anymore. The Mango Kiss was awesome because it just had like peach, and then it had like a little bit of luminosity to it. Not that you would even see, but it just made the lips look healthy. Loved this. I have the regular, like basically clear shade that actually does still have a little bit of that like pearlescence to it. I have that right now. I also have the limited edition one that was almost like a very sheer, like deep grape color. Love it. I love these. They just feel so great on the lips. They actually like stay for a while, but they aren't sticky. So Absolutely love this product. Too Faced is one of those brands that I'm like, over, but I do really love this product. Okay, another product that I absolutely love from a brand that I'm not over is the Prelusion Eye Base from Davina. This one is not empty. I can actually feel that a decent bit of the product dried up in this, but I'd had this for a long time. Like, I just don't use eye base that much, and the expiration on these is 6 months. I probably had this for like a year and 6 months, you know, so I'm not surprised that it dried up. I already had a backup. That's totally fine. Like, if I'm not going to use a product up in the amount of time, if you use eye base all the time, you'll definitely go through this. I love it for the price. Not for the price, it's great. It is great, and at a great price. I'll go with that. By the way, my code KeepBeautyReal will save you on these. I think one of these was sent in PR, but I did already buy some again for myself, so that should tell you something. Okay, next, some eye products. Is this an eye product? Oh no, this is, oh God. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk about this brand. This is a brand that I bought a little fragrance kit from, really hoping that I would enjoy, like, the scent sounded so great. Rook perfumes. Okay, if you like patchouli or leather, you are going to love this fragrance house, because almost every single scent has patchouli or leather in it, and not a small dose. Like, this is like beast mode, punch you in the face type scents. They have one called Baklava Musk that I tried it and I was like, I really like this. And then I was like, I don't like this. Again, the patchouli-y, leathery, they were all just too much for me, too earthy. And sometimes when I don't personally like something, but it might be a fragrance that I think would smell great on Jeremy, I will pass something along to him. But there was one recently, I mean, he came in the room and I was like, oh my God, you must be wearing something from Brooke. It was like eye burny, like just too much. So I just can't get down with it. I know some people will absolutely love them. Not me. So this origami scent, I don't even know if there's anything left in here, but it's going away. Okay, so the rest of this is eye products. So I'm just gonna go through these pretty quickly. I have the Schwing eyeliner from The Balm. I think I tried to use this once, was unimpressed. I mean, I've had this for a long time, but I tried to use it again. I was unimpressed getting rid of it. The roller liner from Benefit. This one basically dried out on me. I've had it for a long time. I just didn't use it quick enough. And I don't know that I would get this one again. Old school, original Haus Laboratories eyebrow pencil. There's no shame in my saving money game. When the brand was rebranding and they had like all the deals on Amazon, I totally picked up a few of the brow pencils because they were uber cheap. And I think this might have been my last one. So I used that up. Another brow pencil that I actually just used up this week is the Precisely My Brow. In, what shade do I have here? 3.5. That's a pretty good one for me. I could probably go a smidge darker, but I do really like this. I only buy these when they're on sale. A Haus Labs product that I really didn't get along with, I mentioned that when I did a review on the rebrand, the eyeliner, what's the name of these? The Optic Intensity Eco Eyeliners. I bought this really pretty chartreuse shade. It's very hard to get out. It didn't really want to go on my waterline, and when it did, it was gone. Like, I would get ready, and by the time I got to work, it was already gone. And so, what a waste. The Urban Decay Brow Blade. So, I like the pencil side of this. The ink side of this is always very, very warm. This is the Dark Drapes shade, and when I put it on, it just looked like almost like purpley red warm, you know what I mean? And so I don't have any of the pencil left. Oh, I do. Okay, well, I'm gonna use this pencil. I'm gonna use this pencil up. That must have been the last one. Why did this end up getting put in here? Is this leaky? No, it's not leaky. There was one that I had that totally leaked everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna just put the pencil in the top drawer. That won't take me too long to use up. Like the pencil, not the pen. It's just too warm. If you are very auburn, it might work for you. And the funny thing is, like, sometimes I would put it on and it wouldn't do it, and sometimes I would put it on and it would, even if I like shook it up. So I don't know if things like settle weird in there. Who knows? It's Superhero Mascara. This is sad because I love this mascara, but this was sitting in my mascara hoard drawer, and when I opened it, it was already, I was already like, this is already drying out, because this mascara, when you first get it, is a little bit on the wet side from what I remember. And so when I was like, it's already, you know, at its like half-life, and it just was even hard to like get to go on my lashes, and it just wasn't cute. So it's time to just let it go. Also time to let go of the Sydney Grace Brow Gel. I just got the regular hold. I don't know if because they had like a strong hold one. I got this in a mystery bag. This is sort of like the Anastasia Brow Gel, where it's like, I just don't feel like it does much. Like I don't. It's just not strong enough for me. Maybe I just have really intense eyebrows. I'm not sure, but this just wasn't for me. You know that I love Sydney Grace, but this product was not it for me. If you have the Extreme Hold one though, let me know if it was worth it. Was anyone waiting to see me like whack myself in the face with something as I'm like gesticulating with my hands? Because I think I did a lot of that in this video. All right, I think I'm gonna pat myself on the back for this one. I feel like we got through these pretty fast, and that makes me happy. If seeing an Empties video makes you happy too, don't forget to like this video. Let me know your thoughts on any of these. If you agree with me, you disagree with me, I would love to know. Oh, as I'm packing up here, one more product. This is a makeup product that I'm just decluttering. The Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I used it a decent bit this spring, or at least tried to, and what I was finding is like, I just couldn't see it on me. Like, this is the original shade. I'd need a deeper shade, and I feel like the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer that I got the Big Daddy of is a very similar like tone, but just shows up a little bit better. I like this okay. Like I know some people are like, oh, the scent, the packaging, like the packaging isn't great just because it's so clunky. I've had this a long time. I mean, I've used quite a bit of it, but it's just time to let it go. I'm just not reaching for it. And if I can only use it in like the depths of winter, when I'm usually wearing more of a cream product anyway, just because my skin is so dry, I'm just not gonna end up reaching for this at all. So it's time to go. I'm just checking here to make sure that there's nothing else that I missed that I went through in my first go round with no audio. Oh, you know what I do wanna talk about is this. I'm gonna pick it up delicately. This was in my project use up as well. This is of course the contour one from Charlotte Tilbury. Here's the thing, I have a little bit of product in here, but this mechanism has started leaking. Like it's closed, but it keeps oozing out. And so there is so much, you know, this is not cheap, y'all. This is not cheap, y'all. So there is so much in the cap, and it just keeps getting picked back up by the sponge. So I've just actually been using the product that basically keeps coming out of the cap, but I have to like leave it sitting up like this or else it's causing a huge mess. I had it in my Shop My Stash tower, and so it was like laid down. So one day recently I went to use this product and I went like this and opened it, and it went everywhere. And I managed to save it, but you guys know how much I've been loving the Sigma Spectrum palette. I have it out right here because I just can't stop using it. It splooshed all up on here. It got a little bit into this beach grass shade. Luckily, I was able to like dig it out with a Q-tip and it didn't stain the rest of the palette. Like I love this palette so much, and I would have been real mad, real mad. But luckily, I mean, it was seriously like a tablespoon of product. Probably not. There's probably not even a tablespoon of product in that entire stupid contour wand. Overpriced, but I do love the product. So I'm gonna use as much of it as I can and then get rid of it. So I'm documenting that now. Okay, see, thought I was doing good, and then I just needed to have one ranty anecdote there at the end. So this is a good time to sign off, lovelies. Thank you so much, and I will see you really soon.